I hear there is a leader who spoke outside Kenya and said they have information that can help us preempt any attack by Al-Shabaab because they have information on who and where plans to terrorize Kenyans are being made. We therefore want to ask the relevant agencies to make sure that the people who are saying they have information on terrorists and criminals, they must be held accountable and they must record their statement so that they can help us to investigate, establish the issue.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you listen to Kithure Kindiki speak, the big question that rings in Kenya's mind is that, can they really arrest Rigathi Gachagua? Can they really do what they are saying? And can Rigathi Gachagua willingly wake up in the morning, or maybe upon landing at the airport, abandons everything, go straight to the DCI headquarters to record a statement? It did not just start from Kithure Kindiki. It started from a member of parliament.
I just have a word for Rigathi Gachagua. Ametembea Kenya hii akichafua, anachafua wajumbe, anachafua president, deputy president. Ameona haitoshi, ameenda Amerika. Mheshimiwa deputy rais tafadhali. Na Kipchumba Murkomen ako hapa kama waziri wa usalama. Huyo mtu akishuka JKIA, ashikwe.
And then it went to Kipchumba Murkomen.
I saw another man who sat where you are sitting the other day, disparaging our country, talking about issues of insecurity as though it's a joke, to the extent that he's talking about, he thinks that he's going to parade issues of terrorism in America for him to get votes. Your Excellency, we want to say without fear of contradiction, because he has said he has information and he knows and he has an agent who is sitting in meetings with Al-Shabaab, as soon as he lands in Kenya, he must record a statement to tell us exactly which meetings he's doing with terrorists.
And finally now, it landed at the Deputy President Kithure Kindiki. Showing, looking at the pattern, you can now realize that if the Deputy President, the Member of Parliament, and the Cabinet Secretary are saying the same thing, then probably this is an agreement that now they have already made as a team that is allied to President William Ruto or even the broad-based government. That the moment Rigathi Gachagua arrives in the country, must go and record a statement. That's more of like an arrest. Now, of course, Rigathi Gachagua did not just keep quiet. The moment he had an opportunity, he responded as well.
I saw the Minister for Interior saying that we should be asked to help in investigations in this matter. We cannot help in any investigations because the Kenya government has not initiated any investigations against William Ruto. The people who have initiated investigations is the American Senate. So if there is need for us to help in investigations, we'll help the American Senate, not the Kenya government, because the Kenya government has not initiated any investigation. Number two, the Kenyan government cannot investigate William Ruto because those policemen work under him. And all the things he is doing of killing people and abducting people, he is doing with the very police. So there is nobody stupid enough to go and report William Ruto to the Kenyan police. Nothing will be done against it. So whoever sees, please don't sell fear to us. You know we cannot buy.
So on this particular video, I want to look at the possibilities of the Deputy President's words, or maybe the Cabinet Secretary's words, or even the Member of Parliament's words, if these words can be actualized by ensuring that Rigathi Gachagua has been arrested to go and record a statement. In short, I want to answer the big question whether Rigathi Gachagua can be arrested or not. That is going to form the basis of this analysis here today. But before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, kindly feel free to subscribe, like and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. My name is Abdul Mukwa. My number is always here. Feel free to engage me whenever you can. According to me, I feel that they cannot arrest Rigathi Gachagua at any point. They cannot. Not because it's above the law, but because they will threaten the security of this country. Why am I saying that they cannot arrest Rigathi Gachagua? I have aligned a number of reasons for you here today. And number one in my list is this. Because of the local support that Rigathi Gachagua enjoys. As we speak today, if there's somebody that the people of Kenya want to listen to, it is Rigathi Gachagua. Either in Kisii, either in central Kenya, even at the coast, or even western Kenya. The current opposition leader we have, recognized by the people of Kenya, it is Rigathi Gachagua, because he's speaking the language that the Kenyans want to hear. And as a result, he has attracted support across the country. Local support is huge. So if you decide to arrest someone like Rigathi Gachagua, what explanation are you going to give the local population, which knows very well that whatever Rigathi Gachagua said, first, it is correct, second, is saying on their behalf? Such a kind of a question, when it is raised within the security boss, the security bosses, it will be difficult to answer because they know the perception towards Rigathi Gachagua's sentiments. That's number one. Number two, ladies and gentlemen, it is the international support that Rigathi Gachagua right now is receiving. If William Ruto dares to arrest Rigathi Gachagua, then that means that the international community will be able to perceive William Ruto as a dictator officially, in that you don't want any dissenting opinion. And to just keep his image safe, to maintain his international reputation of making speeches in France, Switzerland, in the US, showing how he's fighting for Africa, William Ruto cannot dare arrest Rigathi Gachagua. Ladies and gentlemen, Rigathi Gachagua also is enjoying some state security, some international security, by the US to be specific. And is now a person of concern. Is a person they're interested on to see his political future, how it's going to work. So the moment he's touched, William Ruto must be ready to face the US. Ladies and gentlemen, another reason here that I have that can make William Ruto not to arrest Rigathi Gachagua is this. The support that Rigathi Gachagua enjoys in Mount Kenya. I know I have talked about the national support that Rigathi Gachagua is enjoying locally. But now I want to go to the specific region, the Mount Kenya region. As we speak today, by default, Rigathi Gachagua is the leader of Mount Kenya. He was impeached and he got into his politics. Now, if William Ruto dares to touch him again, that is a direct insult to the people of Mount Kenya. And William Ruto can not be able to contain the consequences of the people of Mount Kenya. They can either decide to do anything, demonstrate, lock the entire Nairobi, or even decide to stop even paying taxes. They can even boycott businesses. They can even now seriously declare a one-term movement against President William Ruto anytime. So therefore, the Mount Kenya people, as we speak today, they cannot be touched by touching Rigathi Gachagua. To just also make it very clear, if William Ruto dares touch Gachagua again, it's a clear indication that now this was not just about the national interest. It's about William Ruto against the Mount Kenya people. And to bring up that narrative, William Ruto cannot be able to manage the emotions of the people of Mount Kenya. So he cannot attempt to touch Rigathi Gachagua again. Ladies and gentlemen, another reason as to why William Ruto cannot see Rigathi Gachagua arrested is this. It's because of the Mount Kenya allies that he has in government. If today Rigathi Gachagua is touched, despite that Kithure Kindiki is speaking, he knows he cannot be welcomed back in Mount Kenya again. While they were in government, they saw Billy Mwangi get abducted and they did not do anything. Rigathi Gachagua came out and spoke on behalf of the people of Mount Kenya for the release of Billy Mwangi. Just an example. So if they touch Rigathi Gachagua again, the same blame they were given for just allowing their kids to be abducted, it will now be 100 times more, and it will be very difficult for Kithure Kindiki to even go for a function in the Mount Kenya region. They know, the intelligence has informed them, that as we speak today, Rigathi Gachagua has huge support within the Mount Kenya region. So the people like Mani Ichung'wah, they know they'll not have a home. They will not be able to go to Kikuyu and have a meeting there comfortably because they'll be first asked, where is Rigathi Gachagua? Why arrest him? They cannot manage the emotions of the people of Mount Kenya. So for the safety of the allies of President William Ruto, Rigathi Gachagua must be left alone. Ladies and gentlemen, another reason as to why they cannot touch Rigathi Gachagua, it is because of the opposition allies. These people are focused on taking William Ruto home. And most of them are not politically strong. They're looking for a reason for them to prove their stability and political strength. So if they touch Rigathi Gachagua, as Kalonzo Musyoka stated, they will be able to get to the streets or even mobilize their supporters in support of Rigathi Gachagua. And I'm telling you, we cannot underrate their ability. These are people who've been in politics, and some way they have very loyal supporters who can be able to some extent as well disrupt the operations of this country. Ladies and gentlemen, the other factor is the Gen Zs. If they touch Rigathi Gachagua, if there's somebody right now who is close to the Gen Zs and the youth of this country, it's Rigathi Gachagua. He spoke about the abductions, they went down. And ever since he has been telling the government to stop killing the young people. So if they go ahead to arrest him, in fact now the Gen Zs will declare their support for Rigathi Gachagua, and William Ruto cannot be able to manage them again. Ladies and gentlemen, the other reason as to why they cannot just arrest Rigathi Gachagua is the issues of the things that he's saying. Whatever he's saying, you have to ask yourself, is he right or wrong? Then if he's correct, how can you arrest someone who is saying the right thing? Therefore, it is difficult for William Ruto to dream to get Rigathi Gachagua arrested. I don't know what is your take, but in the comment section, you can feel free to share with me whether they can arrest Rigathi Gachagua or not, ladies and gentlemen. Overall, Rigathi Gachagua, as we speak today, he has gone above board. Just like Raila Amolo Odinga, Rigathi Gachagua, you cannot arrest him as we speak today, just for the security of this country. See you next time for more videos, but you can only share in the comment section.